Well, hello everybody, it's Richard here, and it's Sunday the 9th of May 2010, and today I'm going to talk to you about a purchase I made on eBay of the Uher 4000 Report L tape reel-to-reel tape recorder, and this is quite what I only described as a fantastic piece of equipment. The Uher 4000L or Report L machine has this one particular one has been around since the early 1960s, and in fact it's got a bit of a history because there's as some of you may know, that ended up being used in the Richard Nixon Watergate affair. Not this particular machine, I have to hasten to add, but this particular type of machine was used to record those wonderful tapes. And of course we all know that there was about 18 minutes of missing tape, which has never been really explained. But this one I got on eBay, and I've been giving it a bit of a service over this weekend, and I thought I'd perhaps show you some of the work that I've been doing. They were mainly used for field work, so if you were a reporter, you will be taking doing your reports there, and you'll be taking voice reports back to the studio, used quite extensively by the BBC and also by other broadcasting stations, and this is the way you'd collect your voice recordings, and these little machines were quite robust. They're made of cast alloy, and that I think is part of the secret of the machine, and the motor drive is uses both ends of the commutator poles to provide the drive, and I thought perhaps I'd show you some of the finer points. There is actually a very good website you can go to, and there's a chap called Tim Smith who is very good at showing you how to change the belts. I have to say, I changed the belts and then I looked at the internet to find out the various bits about this particular machine. But what I'm going to do first of all is turn the Uher 4000 Report L upside down and show you some of the finer points, because it is a well, all I can describe as it's one of the most well put together pieces of equipment I've come across. It's German engineering, which is probably why it's so well built, and I'm really pleased with it, and it's actually improved since I've been doing a bit of tinkering around. Now what I'm going to do, because it is so well built, you can actually, everything on this machine comes apart beautifully for servicing. It is a service person's actual pleasure as opposed to a nightmare. Everything clips away, and I just thought I'd show you some of the things. You've got the main drive motor here. You've got a pack of 5 1.5D batteries, so you've got 7.5 volts running from this pack here. There was available some NiCam battery which would fit in there. I haven't got one of those, it didn't come with that, and they used to come with a very nice leather case. This didn't come with that either. It came with a reel of tape which had some recordings on, and I'll show you a recording that I've made on there as we turn the machine over. But the most important thing are that there's 2 main drive belts. There's the belt here, this one here, off one end of the motor. This is the electric DC motor. This one here runs the fast forward drive. This one here runs the capstan, and this is the flywheel here. This what only looks like a cartwheel is actually a capstan wheel. It runs the tubular capstan, and then the pinch roller, of course, goes against that. The other interesting part is that you've got this cam, gable cam here, which you can see moves up and down, and that does the various speeds. And there's a gear lever, which I'll show you, like a gear type lever on the fronts that you select on the various speeds this machine actually runs at. So, and then of course you've got the electronics. You've got this part here, which is the record and the amplification part, and this part here, which is to do with the voltage. And all these little Uhers used to come with this elliptical speaker in the front, which actually gives an extremely good sound. And I've actually been playing it through a Jamo, my test speaker that you're all very familiar with, and that's giving even a better sound quality. But we'll come to the front panel shortly. I just thought I'd show you the inside workings at the moment. It uses rubber belts, so often what happens is these belts, because they're often stored either away in a cupboard or wherever, they'll end up getting some memory attached to them. And so I've changed the belts, and that has doubly improved the quality of the wow and flutter, which is almost negligible now, and the fast and reverse speeds on this particular machine. So you've got that part. So it's very well put together. The battery box, you have to remove the battery box to service the underside under here, which you have to be very careful, because there's some capacitors and wiring attached to this box. It comes undone with 4 screws in that part. This, I thought this was fantastic. This electronic part literally has a hinge. It hinges out of the way to allow you to get to the main parts of the drive motor and also the belts. And the belts are very easily changed, either using a paper clip just to give you a hook round. I've just used this one. In fact, Tim Smith, the chap on the website, Uher website, advises you to do the very same, which I thought was strange really, because I'd already been there, as it were. So if we just pin this down now, actually what I'll do, if I show you if I just show you it in operation now, there you go, you can see, if you put it into drive, you can see there that the capstan wheel, which acts as a bit of a flywheel, is actually moving very happily, and so is the 2 poles of the motor. And of course these machines were meant to be used so you actually had them on a strap, so they could be used in different positions. We're actually upside down at the moment, but I haven't switched the machine on, so it's actually in drive. And you just connect any of the power supply by just putting it into neutral there. They had something called a phantom supply, so in other words you actually put the batteries on charge in here, some of the later models. You plug it into the mains, and if the mains failed, then the NICAM battery would kick in and start to take over, so you didn't actually lose any power. So you could be working in a war zone or another environment where the power may go off, but you would be able to continue your interview with your subject because of the fact there was a power supply. So they're quite robust little machines. Let's just put this bit back here, and you've got this securing clamp which you need to use just to secure the circuit board. I've cleaned the circuit board. I've actually cleaned all the inside there. Little brush on the side is also important. So if we just turn this over, you get a black backplate, of course. This is the backplate, and I've taken that off. And then there's a cover which covers over, there we go, just covers electronics, so from any damage. So I've taken that off as well. And you turn this over, just very gently turn this over so the batteries don't drop out. And on this side, here we go. There we go. So right, okay, so probably have to make 2 parts of this video because we're already down to 8 minutes 42 seconds, so we may have to switch off and switch on again, so I apologise if there's a break in this particular project video. Anyway, on this side you've got a plate which covers here, and I understand sometimes they come with these missing. This one's actually fitted. There's little screws which are come in here. You can probably see those in the bottom of my pot there. It's all very well screwed together, so that comes on. Then you've got, of course, you've got the head block cover, which is this plastic piece here. That also goes over. And what I've done here on the other side is I've actually demagnetized the heads and also given them an extremely good clean. Okay, so we're now getting a bit near 10 minutes, so I'm just going to turn the camera off and then I'm going to switch on for part 2. So see you in part 2, and thanks for watching.